Alright lads, what's the crack? You're playing as LA for week number 2 now. Yeah, pretty much what I was expecting. As far as this team, top 4 offense plus Corvey and Bellybolt. There could have been a surprise Mesper just only thrown in, but these are definitely most likely 6. As far as leads, I think I'll just stick out with my lead Swampert. Should I get Brock's, basically put him on Better Have Boots. Depending on his lead, I might also just straight up flip turn. If he leads up with Iron Moth, that's a pretty easy flip turn. Because I have Rindoberry. So let's see how this goes. Good luck, have fun. Definitely not the most confident about this one now. Not sure we'll see how it goes. To be fair, last time I played this man, it was a win. But it was in fucking low tier when he did not have a great team, so let's see how this one goes. Wannabe, it is Iron Moth. Okay, that's fine. I could have straight up EQ. I do live in Energy Ball. I don't think he'll stay in an Energy Ball turn 1. But even if he does, I think I'm fine just flip turning. Best case is he goes into Corviknight. Either way, I don't think he'll risk this thing unless it's Sash. So I think an easy flip turn here can come out. He does just U-turn. Okay, he's a U-turn. It could be a Scarf Moth actually then. Possibly could be a Scarf Moth, I'll need to keep that in mind. At least on the good side, it's probably not Agility, which was kind of spooky. Bluey. Corvey. Cool. This is exactly the game state I wanted. That actually did a good chunk. No Rocky Helmet, which is good to see. I think I'll just go into gold here. It's pretty much always my game plan. Is we go into gold and we click Spec Shadow Ball. It is lefty's Corvey. Okay. That's fine, you still don't have to worry about Rocky Helmet, so. And yeah, it's just a pretty easy Shadow Ball. If Weavile comes in, it's taking a huge chunk. So we're just going to stick with that. Draws into Belly, possibly. Moth again. Interesting. Whew, that is beautiful damage. That is beautiful damage on Moth. Flip turn is probably coming out, but I think I'll still just make my Torn pivot. I could make a Swampert pivot. But I think Torn is fine here. What's shiny? I don't remember making it shiny. Morning Sun. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm half tempted just to U-turn here. I don't think I'll stay in with the Spit F drop. So I'm very tempted to U-turn on the incoming Belly, but also I really don't want to get hit by Static. I really don't want to get hit by Static. I'll fire off a Psychic. It's safe. I know Belly's coming in, but Psychic is just a very safe play. Because if Belly doesn't come in and I go out into Golden Go, it's actually just so tragic. Yeah, it draws. Into Corvey, actually. Interesting. I don't know if he would stay in and let me get a Heat Wave off. Because we're probably just going to see a U-turn here. Because the safe play is probably just U-turn out into Weavile. I think I'm fine with just going for a Heat Wave, because if he U-turns out into Weavile, then I go into my Quackle and I U-turn on his Corvi, and then we get back in Golden Go. So yeah, I'm just going to fire off Heat Wave. Get a nice chunk off. Oh, we get a burn. That's actually kind of nasty. That's actually kind of nasty. Just a U-turn come out. It does look like a slightly Spadef Corvi, which is interesting. Evil Eye comes Weavile. And even if it's obvious, I'm just going to make my Quackle switch now. I was very tempted to be Rocky Helmet, but just in case he decided to make an SD play here, it would actually be kind of bad. Knock. That's fine. And I would love to low kick here, to be honest. I'm going to flip turn. Yeah, withdraws. It's perfect. Oh no. Please don't static me. Please don't static me. Please don't static me. Oh, he's a Metamorphosis. Okay. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. Now, do I mind taking damage on... Because if I bring out Swampert, it's probably getting Toxic. Does mean I get up Rocks. I'm willing to trade Swampert for Rocks. Because I could just go straight out into Golden Go and just fire off another Shadow Ball. Volt Switch is going to do a lot. But the damage off of this thing is very greatly appreciated. I actually think I'll just make the Swampert play. Because Electromorphosis is going to do a lot of damage. I'd rather keep Golden Go healthy, so I'm just going to get my rocks here. If he wants to Terra and go for a Toxic, that's fine. Well, getting up rocks basically puts me into a situation where he has to pretty much constantly be U-turning with Corvi. He does not Terra, which is interesting. Very interesting. Toxic, that's to be expected. Very interesting that he was willing to just take that EQ. Is he Terra Electric? No, no, he's surely not Terra Electric. He still has Electromorphosis boost, so I need to keep that in mind. Might even just stay in a Roar here. Yeah, I think Roar is actually fine. Because he can't really touch me. You could stay in and just like slack off. Yeah, he'll just slack off. That's fine. He's staying in and not tearing. He's... What is he? The fact he's not tearing is what's really throwing me off. I guess he doesn't want... I guess he still wants it around for Tornadus. Corvi. Okay. I don't think he'll defog here. I think he actually will U-turn. Because I do have the very easy Golden Go switch. But either way, I think I'm fine just click and flip turn here. Because I definitely don't think defog is what I'll go for. So I'm fine just flip turning. He does roost. Okay. That's fine by me. Now we just get another golden go hit. And if the moth isn't boots, then it will die this time. It might even just naturally die even if it is boots. Let's fire another Shadow Ball. Taking the Toxic on Swampert is unfortunate, but I do think it was worthwhile in the long run. I'm still in a range where I can take a Iron Moth Shadow Ball and an Urshifu Trailblaze. So Swampert still has its uses. It's very interesting to see what he does now. Because I don't think he'll sack off Corvi, even though it is becoming a bit of a liability. Could be Iron Moth, he could just let Weavile take the hit. Everything else is just two-shotted. He does let Corvi take it. Does live just barely. Roost. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I don't really lose anything at all from this exchange. We click it again. I guess he might have been scouting damage, maybe wasn't sure for the Iron Moth hit. But I am Spectacles. So it looks like I could Def Corvi. Yeah, it's more Def Corvi. Does that again, U-turn. Okay, so Corvi's dead on entry, which is fantastic. Corvi's dead on entry, so Rock's here to stay. Evil Eye. Weavile probably boots. It is boots. Cool. So now, with Corvi gone, Fez is looking a lot better. I think I'm actually fine going Quackable. How much did that original knockoff do, actually? Weavile... 2... Aerial Ace. What? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go to Quackable again. It's really only around for this thing. Unfortunately, I couldn't calc quick enough, and Aerial Ace was doing not as much as expected. SD. That's fine. We do live a +2 hit, and low kick is just a KO on this thing. So I'm definitely fine just clicking it. Probably thinks he does have an easy KO because max HP and max defense Quackable is not usually what it is. It is not usually what we would expect in a game. But in this game, I just need a Quackable to get me momentum. I do see a withdrawal. Interesting. Corvi sack? Yeah, Corvi sack. Makes sense. So we could see an Urshi come out here, maybe? See a Moth come out. Interesting. So he wants that energy ball damage off. Interested if I'll actually die to this. Moth. Take away the booster, go max special attack. I hate this Moth set. I hate this, the first one that comes up when you calc it. So it looks like we would actually live an energy ball, but I'd rather keep my Weavile response around, so we're just going to go straight back into turn. Straight back into turn. My Scarf Pheasantipede looks amazing in this endgame with Corvi gone. Energy ball makes sense. Just wanted the damage off. No speed F drop is fantastic. Again, I think I'm fine just playing it safe and going for a Psychic on the belly. I could U-turn. No, I think I'm still fine just going for a Psychic on the belly. Okay, he does stay and take the damage. That's nice. But after all, doesn't really matter. Unless he went for a Morning Sun. Oh, he did. Okay, then it's actually kind of rough. I don't think he was going to stay in after this anyway, because I do have no special attack to 2-hit KO Iron Moth. He's definitely not staying in after this Speed F drop, so I'm going to kick U-turn here, I think. I don't see any reason for him to stay in and just sack this thing for nothing. He does withdraw, perfect. Conjure back up to belly. And even though this does give him Electromorphosis, I think I'm fine still going out to Golden Go here. Don't know how much I really value Golden Go's health at this stage in the game. It's kind of more so the fact that it absolutely pressured the fuck out of belly. And it is Boots belly. Okay, so it literally is just Boots on everything except for Corvi so far. I think it will just be Golden Go here. Because if I can get rid of this thing, my Scarf Pheasantipede looks absolutely amazing. Like if I can get rid of this thing and Iron Moth. So I think I'll just click another Shadow Ball. I think I should to a KO belly. Max with Def. Actually isn't a 2-shot on max with Def. But with that U-turn damage it should be. So click it. So we'll click it. I was debating tricking for a little bit. Okay, so that's not max with Def. We'll switch, that's fine. About 50, yeah. That's fine. I didn't really need health on gold anyway. And Weakening Belly Bolt is fantastic. In comes Urshi. Not Boots, to be expected, it's probably Punching Glove. Could also be Scarf. He could just pick up his KO here. I think I kind of want to stay in to prevent him from getting up a Trailblaze. Because we're going to Quackable and he Trailblazes, then I'm in trouble. So I think I will just Shadow Ball here. 13 strikes, makes sense. Golden Go did his job. Very tempted to just go up to Torn here. Might just be a Torn play. Yeah, I think Torn. Torn knows fire off a mid-ground Psychic. I do live a Surging Strikes. Not multiple, but I do live one. Does withdraw. Probably into belly here. Weavile? Ooh, that was a spicy play. Well done. I did not expect hard Weavile there. I was very tempted to U-turn. That would have been amazing. I don't see him attacking me here. Well, you know, going for the expected attack. I do still think Quackable is fine. I live 2 Aerial Aces. I live an SD Aerial Ace. I can't really afford to lose Torn at this stage. I think it will just be a Quackable again. Kind of just my overall safest play. I'm not really scared of anything this Weavile does. Triple Axle, that's fine. And now it comes down to if I flip turn or if I roost. If I don't roost, then I'm in double Aerial Ace range, I believe. I'll roost up. I'll roost up. I think belly's coming out though. Jet Fuel, it is Dragapult. Okay. No boots on Pult is fantastic. As far as this Dragapult, I'm really expecting a Psychic Fangs to come out here. Dragapult. Psychic Fangs. Tafakavol. I do live Psychic Fangs fairly handedly. I'm gonna get a big knockoff on this thing. I think I do want to do that. I think it's a worthwhile trade. I'm not expecting a Draco Meteor to come out here at all. Possibly a Shadow Ball, but definitely not a Draco Meteor. And I'm definitely not thinking this thing is Specs. It's Psychic Fangs. About what expected. And we get the knockoff off. Beautiful. So Pult is dead to rocks on the next entry. Fantastic. I could probably just see a Dragon Darts coming out here. I don't know if I want to let Quackable get so weakened. It's still at a range where I can take on Weavile at the moment. Swampert, even very useful. It's nice against Belly Bolt. It's really nice against Belly Bolt. But the Dudunsparce kind of beats Belly Bolt anyway. I think it actually might be a Swampert stack instead. Because this thing is still very useful for Weavile. Yeah, it might just be a Swampert Sack instead. I'd rather keep this thing around so I don't immediately lose to Weavile. Shadow Ball, actually, not Darts. Okay. So I believe we do live with Darts. Now the Corby's gone, EQ is just extremely free, so if I just claim this Dragapult. So he doesn't have the sack. What can I say, man? Max HP, max defense, Quackable is putting in work so far. Thank God they didn't flinch with those Psychic Fangs, oh my god. Darts. That's fine, I believe we live. Yeah, then we're going on to Toxic, which is nice. Because I'd actually rather not have them on out. That gives Urshifu a free Trailblaze. And now, it might actually be time to just drop in Fez. Either Fez or Dudun, I think. Fez is better into an Urshi drop. I think we'll go Fez. Does drop in Belly. Interesting. So he's going to slack off. I think I'm just going to go hard into Dudun here. I'm not going to U-turn because I don't want to give him Electromorphosis. I do not see a Toxic coming out here. Like, if he Toxics, he is absolutely insane, and I respect the hell out of it. He does finally Terra. Terra Poison. Makes sense. Slack off. Yep, perfect. So I'm going to go for my own Terra Poison. And I'm just going to set up a Calm Mind. I'm going to go for my own Terra Poison and set up a Calm Mind here. 2 fat Terra Poison Terra Captains looking each other down. Isn't this fantastic? So I'm expecting a Toxic here. He could also Volt Switch, expecting my Terra Poison. He does Volt Switch. Okay. I also would have preferred a Toxic, but that's fine. But that's fine. Against Dudun. So if he's Jolly, because I don't think he can afford to be Adamant in this game. And he's Punching Glove. Punching Glove. Yeah, I was thinking that was what my investment was for. So my Boombuster +1 does KO him, and Surging Strikes only does 41 to 48. So I'll still be at a very healthy amount. So I'm absolutely fine taking this trade. absolutely fine taking this trade. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, Archie's down. Archie's down. So, what's a concern at the moment? We've always concern. Bellybolt will never beat this thing 1v1. So that's not really a concern as long as I keep this thing alive. Weavile comes out. Do I live in Axel? Do I live in Axel? Weavile, Boots Attacker. I am at 206. I actually do live in Axel, which is kind of insane. Boomburst at +1 is a roll to KO. The fact I live in Axel is tempting me very highly to stay in. I think I will. I've been switching to Quackable all game. I think you might expect that. Axel. Oh, that's a rough miss. That's a rough miss. And I get the roll. Damn. Damn. I mean, I don't think it mattered hugely as long as I still got that roll because I do live in Axel from that range unless he was adamant, which I don't think he can afford to be adamant with Torn on my team. Wannabe Iron Moth comes out. Okay. Moth. Boomburst actually doesn't guarantee KO this thing. I don't know if I want to take the hit. I mean, I do take it, I just don't know if I want to take it. Especially for something that isn't a guaranteed KO. I think Torrens is just a safe play. I'll go for it. Nice. Okay, cool. So, I don't see a world where I should lose to Belly, as long as I play smart. Unfortunately, this might be a bit of a long end game because I do not want to lose to him clicking Volt Switch and getting a big Electromorphosis off. I think I will just roost up, as bad as it is. I wouldn't actually care if this thing wasn't very key to beating Bellybolt. And I'm not really going to hit this thing unless I know I have a guarantee to a KO. I think one more Combine should do it. I know this might seem a bit like BMing, but I'm really not. I'm trying to make sure they don't throw this. Okay, Boomburst should be a 2 KO now. Boomburst should be a 2 KO now. So I'm fine giving him the Electromorphosis. Oh damn, okay. Okay, damn. This the end game went pretty much as I expected, but the triple axle miss really sucks. It would have made my life a lot harder. Now granted, I did always live like I was saying, but the miss definitely really sucks. Either way, GG Steliot. Great game, man. Dudunsparce and Golden Goat just kind of putting in work. Generally really excited about the week 2 win, starting off strong, but I suppose I'll wait and see now. Suppose I'll see you for week 3, and yeah, good luck.